It's been a little over 11 months since Elden Ring released, and in that time a plethora of videos have been released. One of the most common styles of Elden Ring videos would be critiques, and while this is a critique, it's probably going to be a little different to the ones you've seen before, as I personally have not seen anyone talk about the topics we're going to talk about in this video. And while I'm sure you've all seen a ton of Elden Ring critiques, I'd really appreciate you all sticking around and seeing what I have to say. While in some cases overhype can be not a great thing, I'm looking at you, Cyberpunk. And while Cyberpunk was ruined by the overhype, Elden Ring was defined by it. It's no understatement to say the stars were aligned for the build-up to Elden Ring's release. I mean, if you all were around in that time, I'm sure you can remember the memes, the "don't go hollow waiting for Elden Ring." It truly was beautiful. During the dry patch of Elden Ring news, multiple channels rose to fame. One example would be Elden Ring News, manned by Mordecai. I watched this channel every single day for hundreds of days. The series finally ended on day 620, and, well, it was sad to see it go, but I truly understand why Mordecai had to stop. I remember vividly back to that time when everyone wanted Elden Ring to release right this second for any sort of news, and while this was a long time waiting, but when they released that trailer at Summer Game Fest, it was almost like a Fromsoftware boss. You've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried for so long, and then you finally get it. Perhaps that was the idea they were going for all along. One of the reasons why Elden Ring's hype continued to stay afloat even in this dry patch of news would be the company's reputation. Fromsoftware is known, even to people who don't play their games, as an amazing company who continues to make amazing games, game after game. The only game that I can think of they've made that got sort of negative attention would be Dark Souls 2, and even then, shocker, it isn't even that bad of a game. And while yes, I agree it's got its flaws, it's still not a bad game. Hell, it's some people's favourite in the whole damn series. And if that is the worst game that Fromsoftware has made in 15 years, I'm sure you can see why people trust Fromsoftware, because they continue to make phenomenal games, game after game, and plus they're one of the only companies in modern day gaming that truly seem to care about the experience and not how much money they can get. Another thing that added to the hype was when the trailer finally came out. It was beyond incredible. Personally, this is a bit of a secret of mine, I have watched that video tens and tens of times. This trailer was so good, it built intrigue and it built mystery, and it just transcended the game and its hype to a new level that wasn't thought possible before. And just like that, after that trailer, the news just seemed to keep coming and coming. It seemed like every single day there was a new piece of Elden Ring news, and truly it's what it needed. After such a long drought, the constant stream of content and news was truly incredible, and I don't think the hype would have been nearly as big though without that drought. For the drought built hype, and that hype grew and grew and grew until the amount of hype was unfathomable. But Fromsoftware didn't try to contain it, no, they merely fanned the flame and made it even better. They pumped the metaphorical fire with metaphorical oxygen, transcending the game unto greater heights, and it's good to remember that the game hadn't even been bloody released at this point and people were already in love with it. Rarely does a game ever become so loved before it's even released, and it's truly something that I'll never forget, and I'll always remember in some form the time before Elden Ring released, because it was just so amazing. And like the triangle of necessities to create fire, eventually the last piece and the last key to Elden Ring's success slotted into place. The release. Elden Ring was amazing. That first playthrough was unlike anything else, except, well, maybe a few of the other games, but besides that, it was an absolute masterpiece, and I loved every second of it. The perfect hype, the perfect game, and, well, almost perfect everything. Sorry I lied, there's another bit. The post-release of Elden Ring truly helped it grow even more. There was multitudes of 10 out of 10 reviews. The gamer score, the Rotten Tomatoes score, everything was through the charts, and it just pushed it beyond anything. I mean, even getting 12 million sales in, like, what, 2 weeks is almost unheard of. It was a truly amazing period to be a fan of Fromsoftware, because it brought Fromsoftware into the mainstream even more than it had been before. It no longer was just the game that was super hard to the mainstream media. It was up there with some of the top games to ever be created. I lied, there's another part, sorry. The thing that is keeping Elden Ring's hype and excitement alive at the moment is, one, the PvP, which is getting a bit better but was severely unbalanced at the beginning of the game, and, well, the hype for the DLC, because like the wait for Elden Ring news, there has been no news for Elden Ring's DLC, but hopefully we will see something on the Tapo Game Show, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, on the 2nd of February through to the 5th, where FromSoftware's got an hour-long panel. Fingers crossed we'll see something there, because I honestly can't wait to see this DLC. And anything FromSoftware dishes up will truly be spectacular. Sadly everyone, that's all we have time for today. I really hope you have enjoyed the video, and before you go, I just want to say, if you did enjoy the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. Obviously you don't have to, but it truly would mean the world to me. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. And may you all find your worth in the waking world.